I cannot fail. I want to give y'all this real quick nugget before I go into work. Let me explain. I have a responsibility to my family to succeed. And when I say succeed, I mean make sure that no matter what happens, every single day, I get up, I give it my all, and I make sure that I look myself in the mirror and say, you did all you could today. And I bring that up because I think that a lot of men today, especially men who have families, that's what I'm talking about. If you have a family, I'm talking to you. We have lost a lot of that. We have men who have wives, baby mamas, and most importantly, children who are sitting on their ass. And you could call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. Old school, misogynistic, I do not care. If you are a man with a spouse, with a child, and you are sitting on your ass for whatever reason, unless you are just physically handicapped, you are not doing your job. Do not talk to me about your mental health. Do not talk to me about, I don't want to hear about none of that. Because while I have sympathy for and empathy for anyone who is going through some mental health crisis, the moment you bring a child into the world, your mental health comes second. Say what you want about me, but that's what I think. Because it is not fair to the child that they have to suffer because you can't get your shit together. I don't understand, because here's what would happen with me. Here's what happened with me. When I was going through some tough times as well before I had my child, and then my daughter was born. And immediately I realized that I was going to be the first and most shining example of what I wanted, my wife and I wanted her to think a man should be. Whether that be the man she chooses for her own life or just the men she interacts with day to day. I was going to be the first example of what that individual who is male should look like. And if daddy is fucking up, the example she has is fucked up. And that means she will go and allow people to treat her in a way that she sees daddy treat mommy. So if I have my stuff, if I don't have my stuff together, how can I expect the people that she deals with to have their stuff together? See, I could not live with myself if I did that to my daughter. You want to talk about having some real fucked up mental health? That would mess up my mental health. If I had to look myself in the mirror and know, you are a disgrace to your daughter, that's what would mess me up. So no, I don't understand. You cannot convince me that your mental health is more important than their family because you brought them into the world. You decided you wanted this. And I bring that up today because there are so many men, especially today in the social media landscape of men versus women, and there are so many men doing the absolute least, and they're expecting the most. If you can't take care of you, don't expect a woman to want to take care of you. Don't expect your family to look at you positively just because you had a long day. Newsflash, the world is hard. We all have long days. Get up. Get off your ass. And even if you think I'm full of shit, go ahead. Sit on your ass then and see what happens. I have been, as someone who was the product for the first 16 years of my life of a fatherless home, I understand very, very intimately what that does to our psyches. And I'm telling you, you are going to regret succumbing to your feelings instead of getting up off your butt and doing the hard work, because your mental state's not going to get better from sitting down. What might help is having something to fight for, is getting in the mirror and letting yourself know there are people in here who depend on me. That's what I tell myself every day. If I get tired, I just remind myself there are people at home who are going to live a lot better because I decided to do something with my life when I have the energy. And yeah, I'm going to be tired. There's going to be tired days, of course, because living the life you want is not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, then everyone would be happy with their lives, but no one is. So ask yourself, do you want to be unhappy because you wasted your ass away? Or do you want to be tired, but being able to look on the fruits of your labor through your children, through your wife, through the people who depended on you, and say, I came through when it mattered? So just a little message to the men, because I'm tired. If you are a man and you and I cross paths, if you are not grinding for your family, I have very little to say to you. I have acquaintances who are doing that. If you are not a person who's doing that, there's very little, you and I can't relate. I'm going to be real honest. So I just want y'all to know there is money to be made. Don't use the excuse that you're going through things to not fulfill the responsibilities to the people who need you the most. Because regardless of what you might feel today, your daughters, your sons, they need you. So get up, get to work.